Christchurch's tourism sector is poised for a strong rebound. 5 years, actually more than that, after the Canterbury earthquakes. But after several difficult years, tourist operators and leaders say there's still work to do. The Garden City has the second highest visitor spend in the country, behind Auckland, although total spending is still down a little from prior to the earthquakes. Here's Belinda McCammon with this report.
Visitors to Christchurch spent nearly $2 billion in the year to July, and visitor spending in the city is growing at more than twice the rate of national spending growth. There is still much to do, but today another vote of confidence, with the Hilton opening a hotel following a $13 million refit of Chateau on the Park. The hotel's general manager David Wayne says there is a lot of optimism about tourism rebounding in Christchurch.
Hilton has confidence that is a destination city, and what that looks like in the future, I guess we'll continue to work with the Christchurch Canterbury tourism and really have a look at how we can drive that business and make people want to come back to Christchurch.
David Wayne says Christchurch is a destination for a growing international market.
Japan is still a really good source market for us, but the Chinese market is definitely picking up as well. But neither of those numbers are anywhere as large as what we see within the New Zealand domestic business.
Vic Allen is the Chief Executive of Christchurch and Canterbury Tourism. He says the city has made good progress in the past year, but there is still more to be done. He says visitor feedback shows the shortage of retailers in the city is having an impact.
They're also very interested in shopping, and particularly downtown shopping, where there are a lot of interesting, quirky sort of shops. So that's what we're missing, and in fact, that's under construction now, and we're hoping that we're expecting that by the end of this next summer, we'll be largely on track to provide that level of service for visitors.
Vic Allen says there has been a fundamental shift in the visitor makeup since the earthquakes.
The Australian market has certainly greatly reduced, and I think that's because Australians, being our near neighbours, they know exactly what's happening in Christchurch, and they prefer to wait until the city rebuild is more developed before they come back. But they've been replaced largely by the China market.
Graham Abbott has been the General Manager of Hamner Springs Thermal Pools and Spa for 16 years and says while the majority of visitors are from New Zealand, there was a noticeable fall-off of overseas visitors after the quakes.
Christchurch has always been a gateway destination airport. They spend time in and around the attractions of Christchurch, and then will do day trips up to us, or in fact will come in overnight after being part of here. So to have the identity that is Christchurch up and functioning certainly impacts on the rest of the regions.
He says Christchurch's recovery is important for the South Island.
The faster the Christchurch rebuilds its centre, if you like, and get the great news that the convention centre is happening, but certainly more hotels opening back up in the middle of Christchurch is good for the region as a whole, and certainly the outlying regions as well, because that will attract more people.
And there's plenty of events coming up to attract tourists, with tickets going on sale today for the annual Cup and Show Week held in November, the biggest event of the year for Christchurch, with thousands of people from around the country expected to attend race meetings and the AMP show. In Christchurch for Checkpoint, Belinda McCammon.